Hey guys, it's Sam and welcome back to a new video on my channel. Merry Christmas to you all, and I hope you had an amazing Christmas with your family and friends and got everything that you asked for. Sadly, Mango passed away on the 6th of December. She was my hamster. She was my Syrian hamster and I loved her very much, and she sadly passed away because she was unable to breathe she wasn't able to breathe, and I explained this story a couple weeks ago on my channel, so you can go check that video out. Today I'm just going to be doing a testing video between different types of bedding. So I have this Wilco soft and safe bedding. Now this is kind of like fluff bedding, but it claims to be not cotton, and it says it claims to be from a plant with seed pods of the kapok tree. So if anybody knows anything about this kapok tree and if it's safe or not, then please tell me. But it says it's 100% natural and it says it's safe for hamsters, unlike cotton bedding. So I think they have done their research. But I'm going to be testing this bedding. I'm also going to be testing some Carefresh. I have the Colourful Creations, I've got the confetti one, and I'm also going to be testing some sawdust. I think this is actually wood shaving, not sawdust. I don't know what type this is. This is type I use. It's just Pets at Home own type. And I'm going to be using that. So I have 3 little dishes here and with the exact same amount of water in them, and I'm just going to put a little bit of bedding in each one. And I'm going to see what one is more absorbent and what one is not. I also want to see if this is safe. It says it has short strands, but I just want to test if this is absorbent, if it is safe, and should you use it in your hamster's cage. So I'm going to start with the sawdust because I think this is going to be the one that's going to be most messy. So I'm going to pop this in the first pot, like so. I'm then going to go ahead and put in the Carefresh. And finally, I'm going to put in a bit of the Wilco bedding. Not too much, so it's about the same amount in each. Okay, so I'm going to take my thing and my little fork here. So the Carefresh has literally just sunk to the bottom and is turning into a type of weird sludge. But I did put all the same amount of water in each bit and the same amount of bedding. The sawdust is going the same way as the Carefresh in that it is quite sludgy. I think the Carefresh has absorbed more water because if you look at this one, the water level is lower than this one. So I think this is just a sludge, whereas a Carefresh, well as it is a sludge, it's absorbed some water, which is good. I think it actually also expanded a bit. Okay, and lastly we have the cotton bedding, which seems to be waterproof. Yeah, this cotton bedding is waterproof, so I'm going to take some out and try and submerge it in the water. Okay, so I'm breaking up the fibres a little bit. This is going to let me see how long the fibres actually are. Now, I did realise when I didn't want to use this in Mango's cage. I just bought it for to test it. So when I do get it out, it does little strands of it go up my nose, and it is quite itchy and irritating. And obviously if you're like a little hamster and your nose holes are quite small, a little bit of this could end up blocking your nose, and it could be quite serious. So I have submerged it mostly in water, and I'm going to squeeze out some of the water. It's not very absorbent, it just sort of clumps together, and to be honest, I think this is actually okay bedding. It is quite thick though. but I don't think I would put this in my hamster's cage. I am thinking of getting another hamster. I'm going to get a dwarf hamster. I think I'm going to get winter white, but I just have to see what my pet store has. But I think this bedding is safe, like it claims to be, but I don't think I'll be using this just because it's a bit irritating to me, and I can't exactly see how long the strands are, but they do seem to be like quite thick, so they could potentially wrap around your hamster's limbs and cut off circulation. It is sort of, now I'm kind of moving it around in the water, it's not really clumping together anymore, it's just sort of going a bit like the carefresh looks. I'm going to add a bit more of this and just put it in, and instead of mixing it, I'm just going to try and roll it. The rest of the bedding is sticking to it, so if I did use this as a main substrate and one bit got wet, it could, that's kind of dangerous. So if your hamster got some of this stuck around its leg and it was wet, because it's obviously done the toilet, and then this is like the dry stuff's the main substrate, and then your hamster's walking on it, and here's the wet, and then there's the dry, and it's just gonna stick, and then your hamster's dragging more and more and more, and it's gonna end up cutting off more and more circulation. So this could actually be quite dangerous if you used it as like a main substrate, or even just if you had it in a large house, like if you had a large quantity of it in the house. And the hamster's hideaway. I don't personally recommend using this one, but if you think it's safe, then go ahead. I can see that only the outside actually gets wet, and then the rest of it is fine, but I'm just going to stick to using the Carefresh as it is absorbent. I think I just submerged it in a bit too much water. Obviously, a hamster isn't going to do this much of the toilet in one spot, because you should be spot cleaning daily, so it should never get to this much water. And your main substrate there's obviously going to be more than this much Carefresh or whatever other substrate you're using in the cage, so it should end up being fine. I am attempting to squeeze out some of this water and pour it in here just to see how much the Carefresh has actually expanded. I'm just going to get out my little plate here. So I'm able to squeeze out a lot of water from this Carefresh, and I could potentially reuse this Carefresh. So the Carefresh has gone down back to its original size, and it kind of does look like the homemade bedding. This is actually quite cool. So maybe the way that people are making with the toilet paper, maybe this is actually how they make Carefresh, because it's looking the exact same way and feels the exact same way as homemade toilet paper bedding feels like. So maybe somebody else has done this test, but if they haven't, make sure to like and share this video. And you can also subscribe and hit that bell for more content. So this is it for the experiment, guys, and make sure to not use wool bedding with your hamsters or any mice or gerbils or any small animals that could get caught and could be unsafe. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Thanks for watching.